All right, to watch this video for Friday, September 9th. The SPY's still in this range, not much volume out there. You always want to adjust your position size on a holiday week. There's not a lot of movement, a lot of little fake outs and that sort of thing. I've definitely cut my position size down and taking fewer trades and kind of cut my expectations down as well. I'm not bringing in as much money as I was in August, but staying green every day, and that's the important thing. It's been a great summer, so we've got a little buffer for slow weeks, right? BCEI goes on the list. This is a really handsome chart. Beaten up stock, but then you had this nice pop here on over 10 million shares, went to $1.36. You had a lower high here, and then today breaking out above that range on really nice volume. That one I'm looking for a continuation of that breakout tomorrow. NFEC, kind of a sleeper pick here. But, you know, it's had some really big spikes. This isn't an errant tick. It actually did this on this day. It went from 78 cents to 219, then a lower high. I mean, you see a lot of spikes where it reversed and gave it back. It's kind of a weird looking chart, but a little bit of an extra volume spike today and kind of breaking out of a trend line. So that one may be ready to head back up. While I'm babbling here, let me check the float. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty low float stock. Yeah, 2.3 million. So I think that's worth watching for a follow through of that bounce tomorrow. SEED goes back on watch. SEED. Again, this almost looks too obvious, and this is not an easy trader, but over 240, this one could pop. So we're going to keep our eyes on SEED. SGY, kind of a little breakout today out of this range. Oil was strong. Looking for SGY to continue. Again, back here, SGY in 2 days ran from 953 to 1540, and then a really nice support now in this area for 2 or 3 weeks, and now it's starting to break out. So looking for a continuation of that move tomorrow. Kind of a tricky trader. You want to trade that one small. EVI, I don't know anything about this thing, but a nice pop today. Excuse me, a nice pop today out of the blue. Looks like 2.8 million in the float. Maybe a red to green or something like that, but I have a feeling that's going to be spready and nasty. It doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. Speaking of low-priced stocks, this TAT got a volume spike and a breakout of, it's done nothing for a long time, but he did have a big 2.5-day run back here, a decent little run here, nice support, and a big kind of breakout today out of 2 months worth of trading. Probably oil-related, with oil. So if oil continues tomorrow, this one might continue. I'm going to glance at the float there. It says 25 million, so not a tiny float, but, you never know. That thing might continue. CONN. Really big breakout today, I believe on earnings, and there's got to be a lot of shorts in this thing, so I want to watch for a continuation tomorrow. Again, I don't chase, but maybe we get a red to green, something like that. I think there's a lot of shorts in this one, so you might have another day higher. Hopefully we can get one of our low-risk setups that we look for, and then maybe get a trade in that one. SORL, still kind of extended from the moving averages, but had this huge pop back here, lower high here, and it's kind of flagging. If you switch to 15-minute candles, you can see it. Let's go out to, well, it's fine, 15s. Okay, so there you can kind of see, you kind of have a big cup and handle forming here. So up over this kind of flag, I don't know, in the high 290s, it might come up and retest that 320. And if it can get over that, I guess anything's possible. I don't love this one, but it's worth having on a chart. And lastly, SKYS. Gapped up today on earnings. It was on watch already. I took a pre-market trade in it, made a couple hundred on that, and then made a few hundred more after the open on a quick scalp. So I took two trades in it, made money on both of them, but it certainly didn't do what I'd looked for. It did have earnings. It's a very low float stock, and it sold off all day. Sometimes the next day it'll turn and run. So I'm going to have it on watch. But that's it. Not a very big list. You're talking about Friday. It's a holiday week. Remember, Monday was a holiday. It's pretty dead out there, and you have to have volume to move stocks. So again, adjust your expectations for these kinds of periods. Hopefully we get some volume coming back in next week. But just definitely trade smaller at this point. I'm looking to hopefully catch a gapper in the morning, or maybe one of these stocks gives me a setup, and I'll probably be done trading after the first 90 minutes tomorrow. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.